friends, scholars coming over the country, students, researchers, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon to all of you. I stand to speak something on the title, Negotiating Indian Renaissance in Indian English Poetry of the 20th Century. Though the title looks sweeping, I'll try to emphasize 3 points. Number 1, what is the notion of Renaissance? Number 2, how Renaissance is a Eurocentric discourse. It was from the Indian concept of Renaissance. Number 3, how the concept of nationalism, and nationhood were terminated out of this long trajectory of Renaissance, which roughly started with the Battle of Plassey in 1757 through Sipahi Mutiny in 1857 down to the path of Indian National Congress and the long historic movement that gave us independence. So it's a long trajectory, but behind this trajectory, we have to keep 3 things in mind. As Professor was talking about, 19th century was in fact the century of Oriental Renaissance, where it has 2 implications. The colonizers wanted to emphasize their hegemony, economic, social, political, cultural, linguistic. I think these things you know from the books of Edward Said, Orientalism and Cultural Imperialism. I will not go to that side. But this systematic hegemonization, they came as traders. East India Company, yesterday there was discussion by Professor Prof. They came as East India Company and sought the permission from the Mughal Badshah Jahangir to have some master-slave dialectics, phenomenology of knowledge. So this is how the establishment of these societies, Madras Literary Society, Bengal Society, Asiatic Society of Bengal, these I think were political as well as cultural. These are 2 dimensions. So far as politics is concerned, they were trying to please, pacify the Indian revolutionaries. That was a tactful, very tactful move they took. And the other side of the picture is they imposed their language on us. And when the Indians become conscious, the Indian intelligentsia, where the great Radha Raman Rai of Bengal was there, they were all English-led people. They encouraged English because they wanted to revoke the colonizers through their own language. This is what Professor Marx was telling yesterday, quoting from Shakespeare's The Tempest. Caliban was taught the language, but he was about to return in terms of a class. So this is exactly the situation where the middle class intelligentsia of India wanted to revoke their hegemony through their language. Hence, so many things came up in terms of 19th century translation of different Sanskrit texts, Buddhist texts, and he was emphasizing the first Sagar of Sundaranar. And let me start with the first part of what is Renaissance, and then we'll go to the historical development of Renaissance as a socio-cultural, political movement. Then we'll come to, as I titled it, negotiating the Renaissance, concept of Renaissance as a socio-political, cultural construct in the writing of Indian writing, English in general, and with special reference to some poets, starting from Henry Deruzio, through Kabudatta, Sarvani Naidu, to Rabindranath Tagore, and C. That is my area, which I will try to establish in the course of my talk. So to start with the concept of Renaissance, as all of us we know, it has its origin in England after the fall of Constantinople in 1453, and the scholars disseminated, and they wanted to carry the palm leaves and the text, and there was dissemination of classical, Greek, Latin learning and culture all over the Europe. Started in Italy, then it went to Poland, France, then Germany, finally came to England. All of you know all these things. But I want to make a subtle difference between the Western concept of Renaissance and the Indian concept of Renaissance. The Western concept of Renaissance developed an egocentric vision as opposed to the medieval concept of theocentric universe. And apart from that, they also emphasized the cult of Renaissance humanism. As all of us know, let us love this world. Let us love these sights and sounds and the beauty, and let us love this world. This is also an idea which was developed later on by Karl Marx and the theory of Marxism. We are concerned with matter, material production, and means of production, and that is there in Sankhya philosophy also, that we start with matter. So matter is everything. There is no God in Sankhya philosophy. We talk about matter and the material world. So it is the past time that the Renaissance came as a protest against the medieval concept of theocentric universe, that human beings were considered as sinners, original sinners. So remember the concept. The tragic burden of original sin was hanging over us, over humanity for long 1,000 years, right from 500 AD to 1500 AD. Thanks to Renaissance, had it not come, we would have been perished under this tragic burden of original sin. And that was the greatest contribution. And the Renaissance people put a death knell to the hierarchical social order. This is very important. And then there was the death bell of the medieval chivalry, heroism, and all that. And this is how the Renaissance man became a subliminal egotist, a discoverer, an explorer, and granted absolute freedom, wild latitude. This is very much manifested in Marlowe's Dr. Custis. I'm reminded, because as a lover of drama and poetry, I'm reminded of that line where he says, oh, this world of profit and delight. I'm quoting from Dr. Custis. Oh, what a world of profit and delight. Power of omnipotence, a sound magician is a mighty God. This is what Dr. Custis says. The Renaissance man wanted to be as powerful as a mighty God. That is the past signpost of liberalism, the past signpost of freedom, which we clamor for everywhere in all respects. Be it social freedom, as far as the revolution is concerned, or political freedom, or cultural freedom, or spiritual freedom, freedom in all its ramifications. So that is the signpost. Renaissance offered a signpost of liberation, and that was taken up in future in the matters of beauty, art, poetry. Emile Lewis says the Renaissance was the nest of singing birds. So that is Michael Angelo. So many have centers, tuitions, came up. There was a drastic change in the mindset, elasticity of mind that was developed. And back to Indian Renaissance, where you find that Indian Renaissance has two aspects. It is socio-economic, political Renaissance, which stands for freedom from the bondage of British rule, colonial rule, and finally, in close proximity to this socio-economic political Renaissance, we have also a cultural side, and that is beside the reason why 19th century is called the century of Oriental Renaissance. You'll be surprised to know, my dear students, those who are PhD students here and young research scholars, it was Warren Hastings who was a very good friend of India. It was he who first appointed one British clerk in Calcutta called Charles Wilkins. Charles Wilkins went all the way to Banaras, my friend from Banaras city, and he was given leave to collect the palm leaf of Bhagavad Gita. And Wilkins was the first man to translate the Bhagavad Gita on our soil into English. And that was actually a revolutionary translation. 19th century is the best century of translation, where apart from this Bhagavad Gita, there were a lot of translations, and this translation came in 1830 when the Oriental Renaissance was in its full swing. And you have Sir William Jones' translation of Kalidasa's Abhijnana Shakuntalam, the Magnum Opus, in the world of drama, which is a German poet appreciated like anything. And then we have H.S. Wilson's translation of Meghadutam of Kalidas in 1789, exact date, very much significant so far as French Revolution is concerned. Then we have E. Arnold's translation of Bhagavad Gita, 1880, and the Gita Govinda of Jayadeva, which was translated into more than 35 languages. And the establishment of Bengal Asiatic Society in 1780. These things, these movements created a sensation and provided a powerful clip to Indian Renaissance, and went a long way to infuse the spirit of Indians in their own culture, besides attracting different foreign travelers. And my former speaker was talking about travel narratives. In fact, the travelers, scholars, and translators were ignited, whether it is Western or Indian. We kind of changed, drastic change to our in the mindset that let us know each other. Let us know the Indian text, ancient Indian texts. With a line in the garbage. We have picture of Charles Wilkins, thanks to Charles Wilkins and Warren Hastings. And we always say that Britishers have done a lot of harm, they have finished our things. No, they have also given some good things. They have imposed their language, not ours, but it is through their language that we are recognized now all over India. Now our Indian texts are now recognized all over the world. So how can you say that there is always two sides of the same coin? Which are the wise people always take both the sides. Let us go for a discussion and analysis of these two sides. And then we have in this connection, I put a line from Aurobindo's very famous work, The Renaissance of India. And what Aurobindo says is Birth Centenary, volume number 14. Aurobindo says that Indian Renaissance was more akin to the Celtic movement. This is the fundamental difference between European Renaissance and Indian Renaissance. Because European Renaissance was a wide experience from Italy to Holland, from Germany to France, then England, but it was not exclusively a Renaissance which sprouted forth on the soil of England. But ours is a Renaissance which had its germination in our soil. Hence, it is compared to the Celtic movement of Ireland. From I think Professor Tirunelveli was talking about this movement of Ireland, and some kind of movement that reminds us of our cultural past, our history, our music, our storytelling, narrative technique that was given by Prof. ICSSR. It is exemplary all over the world. And Professor, I also a man of Sanskrit now. I have full access to Sanskrit. And I understand when you were giving the lecture that our Professor ICSSR has established the past narrative technique in this one. And this is how Aurobindo has given a beautiful juxtaposition of Indian Renaissance, Celtic Renaissance, and Indian Renaissance was more akin to the Celtic movement in Ireland than the European Renaissance, precisely because it ignited and rather reawakened the national spirit. This is the point, dear friends, with which we are associated. Now, in this connection, so far as my understanding goes, it's a very, very complex area, which many angels here to trade. A lot of questions are there online, but to my mind, after 37 years of teaching experience and research, I think nation is a complex socio-political economic construct. Nationality is associated with identity of a person, of a society, of a community, of a race, of an ethnic community. And then we have nationalism, which to my mind is a citizen movement. And this is how all these things are interwoven, interconnected. But besides speaking, nation is a notion, a socio-political, cultural notion. Nationality bears the stamp of identity, and nationalism is a movement which has started right from Battle of Plassey down to the our country free, set free, 16th of August 1947. So this is how our idea about nation is, I think, made crystal clear by both Aurobindo and Rabindranath, not to speak of Benedict Anderson's Imagined Community, or I have the book, he was critical about the book Nation and Narration by Komike. Our many parts of that are this book on nation and disintegration. Not many were going to confuse him, but I have a straightforward way of negotiating Indian Renaissance in the writings of the Indian writers, starting from Henry Dereggio. I will now proceed to Henry Dereggio slightly later, but I am coming to the historical part of Renaissance. First, this Renaissance started with the champion Raja Ramohun Rai, a polyglot. He was the master of many languages. with proficiency in many Oriental and Occidental languages such as Bengali, Persian, Hindi, English. Precisely why he is called the father of Indian Renaissance. And apart from the establishment of Brahmo Samaj, like our societies, there are also 3 societies: Brahmo Samaj, Arya Samaj, and Prarthana Samaj. We shall discuss in succinct terms. Brahmo Samaj was established, and Rai in his essay, Raja Rammohun Rai, in his essay, The Defense of Hindu Theism, brilliant essay, when he is the first man to talk about the cultural aspect of Indian Renaissance, he vindicated the efficacy of the monotheistic system of Vedas. As a champion of Indian Renaissance, he was the first powerful social reformer who tirelessly fought against the social evils. This is the first historic movement they have taken how to eradicate the social evils, and including these ugly practices of dowry system, ugly practices of widow burning, what is called Satidaha Pratha, which was there during the time of William Benji, Raja Rammohun Rao, along with Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, were down and out against this ugly system, social evils that have eaten into the vitals of Indian society, apart from disintegrating, separating us on the basis of caste, creed, community, religion. These are the things which were the areas which he took up to fashion this Indian Renaissance as a social reform. This is the point. Raja Rammohun Rao, the social reformer, down and out against the social evils and blind beliefs that were prevalent in Indian society, and his tirade against the practice of widow burning, dowry and caste system, emphasis on education, as evident from his famous letter on English education. I told you a few minutes back. This middle class Indian intelligentsia wanted that we should learn English. We will write in English, we will talk about our ancient cultural heritage in English, so that people sitting in the House of Affairs in London will learn what India is. And reminded of A.L. Parsons' book, The Wonder That Was India. So that's why in his famous letter on English education, written on 18th December 1823, he has created a sensation that, and this is the letter which is called by M.K. Nair in his book on history of Indian English literature, the Manifesto of English Renaissance. And the political contours of Indian Renaissance can be satisfactorily located in the petition against the press regulation. He also decided against the press regulation, which intervenes the suppression of the freedom of the press. So this is how we can never forget the contribution of Raja Rammohun Rai. Professor K.R. Srinivas Iyengar brilliantly presents the 7 cardinal vows of Brahmo Samaj. I have no time to go through the details, with emphasis on righteous deed, abstaining from vicious deeds, unconditional love for God, the Creator, the Preserver, and the Destroyer, belief in monism, and the formless nature and blissfulness of benign God. So, interrogating the so-called idolatry and these rituals and these blind beliefs. So, under the able stewardship of Rai, Brahmo Samaj invigorated the Indian Renaissance movement, which was further taken to high degree of perfection by Ananda Mohan Ghosh. Many of them are from Bengal: Keshav Chandra Sen, Prince Dwarakanath Thakur, and Rabindranath Thakur, the father of Rabindranath. So, while rejecting casteism, irrational human belief, history, superstitions, Rai, by virtue of monotheistic belief in one and only one Brahman, as eulogized in Upanishad, has started on several fronts the great task of national reconstruction. He wanted to unite India from the Hindu Kush, the Himalayas, to Cameroon, and from Arabs to Arunachal Pradesh, area from where I have come from. And on the basis of this spiritual bond of oneness, because Brahman, Satya, Jagat Mitra, this is what Upanishad says, there is only one Brahman. God cannot be many. We may give many names. This reminds me of Lata Mangeshkar's song, na? तुझे क्या कहूँ हे अल्लाह, तुझे राम कहूँ या श्याम कहूँ या ईश्वर कहूँ हे अल्लाह, तुझे क्या कहूँ हे अल्लाह. This is a right song by Lata Mangeshkar. So God is one. This is what exactly yesterday my friend was talking about Vivekananda. No, Ramakrishna Paramahansa and Vivekananda were not in good terms initially, but Vivekananda asked him, "Have you seen God?" Then Ramakrishna Paramahansa smiled and answered, "Yes, Naren, I can show you God. I cannot show you God as a person, but I can make you feel God." then he gave this example that what you call water in English is called jalam in Sanskrit, is called jal in Bengali, is called pani in Hindi, is called pani in Odia. So the objective same and the objective is same. The objective is water, H plus 2, simply say, and the objective is to quench our thirst. That is the definition of God, and God is everywhere, omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. So he proved it by going to the Krishna temple. One day he said, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, feeding to a lifeless statue of a lifeless idol of goddess Kali. See what it meant? This is one, if you go by this belief, this is one that has been made many. This is Vedanta philosophy, one that has become many, and many finally came to become one. This is the sole purpose of Vedanta philosophy, on which he is trying to capitalize. He wants to unite the society from the Himalayas to Black American, from the Arab Sea to Arunachal Pradesh by the bond of unity and integrity. This is called spiritual aspect of Vinasa. And then there came K.C. Sen, and then the Brahmo Samaj leaders tended to effect a happy marriage of India and the West also, because they were all English-speaking people. So now I am coming to the history of Indian Vinasa, and which had its basic sway from Bengal to Punjab and Maharashtra, and shaped the thought process of such liberal statesmen like Mahadev Govinda Ranade and Gopal Krishna Gokhale, as also the outlook of the militant Indian nationalists like Bal Gangadhar Tilak, who was guided by the spirit of patriotism and a committed fight for Swaraj. These are the important landmarks in the history of Indian nationalism. Together with Agarkar, a friend in Deccan College, Tilak formed Deccan Educational Society, another society also, and having keen interest in traditional Indian culture and values and our ancient cultural heritage. It was Sanskrit, now the revival of ancient past, which is the sole motto of Indian Vinasa. It was Sanskrit rather than English that was Tilak's forte. And his note on the interpretation of the Vedanga Jyotisha, published in 1825, indicates this fact. In him, one finds a brilliant synthesis of Indian cultural renaissance and zeal for political freedom in favor of Swaraj. Swaraj is my, I quote, Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. So, political dimension of Indian Vinasa is now coupled with the cultural dimensions of Indian Vinasa, and finally tending towards what we call the liberation of the country, freedom, which we seek for. The Indian Vinasa in the northern India thus aroused the consciousness of the peasantry. This is very important. The subaltern scholars are working on it. How to go to the grassroots level. The best approach says history must be written from the below. In provincialized Europe, wonderful book. History must start with the common man, peasantry. And this revolution was taken off in Maharashtra, and they wanted that they had been politically, economically, and culturally exploited by the colonial government, and the national movement for freedom and Swaraj needs full support from the grassroots. So as to defy colonial oppression, I quote it, the line is from the book Navigating Nationalism, edited by Palit and Sangupta in Bengal. Like Tilak, there was Vasudev Karge, who was an aggressive nationalist. With the help of peasants and common men, he revolted against oppressive landlords and moneylenders. He was deeply venerated in Maharashtra as the messiah of peasantry. On the other hand, there was educated intelligence. Very important. We started with Ram Rai. Now we are coming to this educated intelligence of the upper class to champion the cause of moderate nationalism. So nationalism finally coming to this bifurcation, militant nationalism on the one hand and liberal nationalism on the other. And among these we have the demarcation, the moderate nationalism was based on, rounded upon this democratic outlook. The Marathi intellectuals like Gopal Krishna Gokhale, R.J. Bhandarkar, K.T. Telang, Dadabhai Naroji followed the footsteps of M.D. Ranade, and the radical group tended to dominate the Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, another kind of society that was established in Pune, and Tilak used culture as a powerful tool, weapon to foment the nationalistic spirit. So what was done by Radha Rammohn Rai in Bengal was done by Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Culture was taken as a tool and a weapon to foment the nationalistic spirit. He organized Ganapati and Shivaji festival. From here I shall jump to the mythical method and guide to go to the Indian National University. So he organized Ganapati and Shivaji festivals to drag the common masses from the grassroots level into political movement and envisage the emergence of new India, quote and unquote, what is translated by Ravinda as Abhinava Bharatavarsha. That's it. By negotiating a synthesis of culture, politics, patriotism, and political nationalism. So with this few words on that was also a Prarthana Samaj. I have no time to go into details. So now we come back to the literature, and meanwhile, apart from translation, there was also a rousing enthusiasm in Bengal regarding the inspiration we should give to indigenous language. So Renaissance was not one-sided. Renaissance was not only translating Sanskrit text, it was also an enthusiastic move for encouraging regional language. That is a lesson which we learned. That is the nature of Indian politics for the 30 years, you know. Congress party is gradually dying down and regional parties are coming up. And that is a direct pointer that we cannot neglect the minorities. We cannot neglect minority culture. Gone are those days of meta-narratives, of grand narratives, what we say in post-colonial discourse. Let us have respect for the grassroots. And this is a direct call given by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay in Bengali literature, and he wrote several novels. I have no time because I am an avid reader of Bengali literature also. So he wrote Puducherry Nandini, Kapala Kundala, and Vande Mataram, all of you know, which is a part of his classic revolutionary novel Manonmaniam. And I am just citing 2-3 lines from Manonmaniam. In Manonmaniam, which was translated in 2005, much later, though the original novel was written much earlier, in 1882, after a long 3 decades, it is being translated as Abbey of Peace. So in that text, Vande Mataram is taken as a patriotic slogan, and the concept of Mother India emerges. Mother ki Jai. We say no, this concept of Mother India was first given by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay in his Manonmaniam, where this song constitutes a part. And this has been translated, and it bears the nationalistic stamp which reflected to the rebel of the common people as sannyasis. There are characters for sannyasi like Mahendra. My friend was talking about yesterday. And sannyasi against the British Raj East India Company in the backdrop of economic depression caused by the Bengal famine in 1770. The protagonist Mahendra's inclination to join the monks against the British and the glorification of the 3 faces of Mother India. This is very important. You are Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, who emphasizes and envisages India in terms of 3 goddesses. And they are Jagadhatri, Goddess Kali, Goddess Durga, so as to win the rebels. They at the fight against the East India Company. They won the first battle, and with the chanting of songs, the novel comes to an end. Vande Mataram, with the devotion to this mother concept. That's more important. The rest is unimportant. For the first time, India as a mother goddess, Bharat Mata, emerged in Manonmaniam, and this also spread in different regional languages. Our neighbor, I am originally a man from Odisha. In Odisha, many writers of the early part of 20th century were hired by this patriotic zeal, and our Dr. Sahitya Sarathi, Karbianglong Senapati is one of them, who was also satirically presenting the ills and evils of English language in his first monumental story, Rebati, and a series of novels on 6 acres of land are there. In Assamese literature also there was Lakshminath Besburwa, Sahitya Rathi Lakshminath Besburwa, and this is how in your part also yesterday we were discussing poets of Bharati all over India, right from Bengal to Punjab, from Punjab to Maharashtra, from Maharashtra to Odisha and the southern part of the country. There was a concerted cultural endeavor to make India aroused so that we will be awakened. The primary purpose of Renaissance is to awaken ourselves, to know thyself, what the Upanishad said, to know thyself and to know the other self. And that's what we call the master of all selves. So now we come to the part of literary representation. I will wind up within 10 minutes. So far as the literary representation is the word from Aristotle's Poetics. I am not happy with it now. So this is the word. I think someone was complaining yesterday about this word negotiating, and I don't know whether my friend is here or not. This is a word which has been in post-colonial discourse for the last 35 years. And the first man who used this word is Stephen Greenblatt, one of the stalwarts of new historicism. And the book is Shakespearean Negotiations. It was published from California University in 1988. And the second, which I capitalize, is by Eric D. Barreto. The name of the book is The Function of Race and Ethnicity, published from Tübingen, Germany in 2010. The same book, The Ethnic Negotiations. So Shakespearean Negotiations by Stephen Greenblatt, followed by Eric D. Barreto's The Ethnic Negotiations. Negotiation is the key word because we shall have to intermingle. Time has come, what this gentleman said, cultural ambiguity or hybridization. There is the hour, this is the call of the hour. Let us know each other. And I shall wind up, sir, with this idea from Rabindranath. I hope negotiation is a better word than representation. And representation was done much earlier. And now I am coming to Indian writing English, where we find the negotiation of the Indian Renaissance, which may help the students of Indian writing English also to find out. I shall start with the first powerful writer, Henry Louis Evian Bellagio, who was a teacher in Hindu college in Calcutta, now Kolkata, and he was fired with the reformist idealism and fearless spirit of inquiry, high passion, romantic imagination. Because as a teacher of Hindu college, he was inspired by the romantic movement spearheaded by Rousseau, down to Wordsworth and Coleridge and Byron. He was particularly impressed by Byron's fierce vision of a society that's based on the ruined ashes of corruption. Both Shelley and Byron were revolutionary leaders of romantic movement, and Wordsworth and Coleridge were moderate. Byron and Shelley were revolutionary prototypes of this romantic movement. And this fearless spirit of inquiry of Bellagio is the past representation of the Renaissance, and it was he, through his poetry, reacted to such system. As poignantly identified through the tragic life of a high-class Hindu widow, Nalini, rescued from the funeral pyre by her robber lover in this word now, monumental word. My dear students, please remember, the Fakir of Changira. And if it is to be included in syllabus, I think it is there. We are trying to include in our Central University. The Fakir of Changira is the first powerful signpost in Indian writing in English, where he is interrogating the social evil for the system, and the subsequent death of the lover, and the beloved in hostile condition, and the belligerent social situation are all described with poignancy and pathos. There is just poems, further poems. Title is India is there. To India, my native land, the heart of India, and to the people of Hindu college. The very title speaks volumes. Here the stamp of his burning nationalistic cheek and patriotic spirit, with what is noteworthy in Bellagio's adroit use of myth. Now, friends, here I will take my course, different course to my trajectory to indicate the point that Indian Renaissance was fully fortified by our engaging interest in the mythical method, the critical work which I have derived from Elizabeth Drew's book on T.S. Eliot, written back in 1959. So that word is very beautifully used, mythical method in T.S. Eliot's Westland. That was the book from where I have used this word, mythical method. Bellagio was the first poet who took to Indian myths and legends, such as Himalaya. First men, Stita Prithipya Ivamanadanda. If you go to that Kunal Sambhavam, the first line is invocation to Himalaya by Kalidas. Astu Tarasyam Disidevatatma Himalayo Nama Nagadiraja Urpa Paratuyas Pitiko Adya Stita Prithipya Ivamanadanda. This is the whole world's role of dignity. Stita Prithipya Ivamanadanda. The whole world must go down before Himalaya, our symbol of India, symbol of dignity, profundity, philosophical profundity. What a wonderful sentence. I think Sir Kailas is the first powerful nationalist patriot. So this is how following perhaps these things thanks to Derojo, like Nessim Ezekiel, who was not born of an Indian parent. I do not like to go to their parentage, you know about Nessim Ezekiel. And then you have the word Himalaya, then he uses the word Ganga from the poem Song of the Indian Girl, then Chandra, Moon, which is part of Indian astrology also, and then the poem is Eclipse, and then Sweet Sitar, Song of the Hindustani Minstrel, which is, I think, profusely references where we find, and Derojo has established a tradition of reverence for myth making. These myths are there, we are there, but they are revisiting the poetic representation of Indian myths, and which was further taken into high degree of perfection by Sarojini Naidu, Babu Datta, Aurobindo, and Rabindranath Tagore. And in this connection, I want to tell you something about myth. Myth is usually taken as a sacred narrative in folklore by Alan Dundee. He defines as a sacred narrative that defines the fundamental worldview of a culture, emphasizing spiritual aspects, psychological and social practice. There are yet other critics who say myth has also philosophical and secular dimensions. We accept all-embracing in an all-embracing way all the connotations, nuances of myth. And keeping it in mind, Alan Dundee's definition of myth, we come to Toru Datta's poetry, where we find she was profoundly influenced by her own mother, and where Ramayana and the Mahabharata became a set metaphor, because our children are reared right from the very cradle to the story of Sita and Ram and the war between Kauravas and Pandavas. This engaging interest in Hindu myths, Sita and Savitri, were used as extended metaphors by our two powerful archetypes of Indian womanhood, and whereas our narrativization of Dhruva Prahlad, devotees of Lord Narayan, Dhruva Prahlad, goddess Una, Bharata, Lakshman, in the book Ancient Ballads and Legends of Hindustan. This should be also prescribed. I suggest this should be prescribed in our syllabus, Indian and English, apart from copy of the and all this tend to vindicate the fact that Toru Datta is the first Indian English poet, I quote, Toru Datta is the first Indian poet to make an extensive use of Indian myths and legends, MKNI, as known for which underscores our instinctive understanding of the Indian mythical consciousness and spirituality that was ignited by the 19th century. Our glorification of Savitri's matchless beauty, devotion, characteristic of a good wife, our belief in the law of karma and omnipotence of fate, Prahlada's belief in pantheism, and the story of King Dasaratha and Sabal Kumar from the Ramayana. All these things have been poetically narrativized in Toru Datta's poetry, and they bear true testimony to Toru Datta's mythical method and archetypal consciousness, besides bringing to the fore or engaging interest in the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and the BISHNU CHARAN. Toru Datta's cousin Ramesh Chandra Datta wrote both novels and verses. Verse translation. It is another contribution to our Indian Renaissance by this Toru Datta's cousin Ramesh Chandra Datta. Translation from Sanskrit and Prakrit classics such as Rig Veda, Upanishads, works of Kailas, Arabic, and the Buddhist Dhammapada. Datta was obviously under the impact of the 19th century Indian Renaissance. His novels like Todarmal, historical novels on historical personalities, Todarmal, Shivaji, Pratap Singh, and the slave girl of Agra. These are 4 novels, you may take it as the high post of historical novel, and they bear true testimony to his historical importance. This is necessary, which I will wind up because in order to develop a complete notion of nation, we must possess this imagination. Here, emphasis is not only on mythical imagination but also on historical imagination, which was developed under the impact of Indian Renaissance. The mythical method, taken in conjunction with historical imagination, employed by Toru Datta and Ramesh Datta, continue like an unabated stream to enrich the poetry of Manonmaniam Ghosh, his brother Aurobindo Ghosh, and Rabindranath Tagore, and Sarojini Naidu and Kamaladas. I'll point out within 2-3 minutes. And then Manonmaniam was a professor of English at Presidency College. Like Derojo, he made poetry a living reality, and his collection of poems, love songs and elegies, songs of life and death, and the poem on Nola and Damayanti, wonderful narrative in the Mahabharata. In Odisha, we had folk dance and drama, where Maladamanti story is being profusely spread, and the title of the thing, Nolo and Damayanti, by this one Ghosh. These are all examples of his outstanding political genius, love for India's cultural past. Manonmaniam's fearlessness for death is a direct echo of Upanishadic thought of the immortality of soul as developed in the Bhagavad Gita. One who is born today will die tomorrow. The soul does not die. Remember that line. Yatasya Thiruvarur Dharma Puducherry Asmata Parihatyate Nattam Suchitamapasi. So soul is indestructible. It cannot be destroyed. So this is how we come to the last part. Rabindranath Tagore and Aurobindo were profoundly influenced by the political, cultural, and spiritual contours of Indian Renaissance. The most outstanding genius of the modern India, Rabindranath Tagore was a humanist and nationalist, and this is all the more evident from his 3 essays written on nationalism. Nationalism in the West and nationalism in India. In the former essay, he defines nationalism as a concept grounded upon the combined contribution of politics and commerce. In order to survive as a nation, one has to, Rabindranath Tagore criticized, this is Western concept. And in order to survive, we have to become, unquote, a political man, a commercial man, and a man of limited purpose. This is how Rabindranath Tagore was a fast, powerful critic. We know him as a poet and a novelist and illustrator. He is now a powerful critic who integrates the Western concept of nation. The Western concept of nation is guided by, grounded upon the territorial boundary questions and the question of what we were asking, of dynamics of power and aggrandizement of other countries. These territorial questions cannot be taken as an example of nation. This is how it straight away rejects the Western concept of nation. And he criticizes this narrow territorial integrity and aggrandizement for power. Tagore calls this narrow nationalism. Western concept of nationalism, according to Tagore, is narrow nationalism. And in Tagore's word, it is a geographical construct. What they say, Bhogolika Upadevata. Rabindranath Tagore's word, Bhogolika Upadevata, which signifies dark, elemental, unpredictable kind of power. On the contrary, Tagore forwards, this is our idea, which we wonder, the universal nationalism, and which is grounded upon the principle that people are greater than nation. I emphasize. What is important is not nation. Nation should not be worshipped as a god. According to Tagore, who is followed by Aurobindo, we find nation is not to be worshipped as god. If you call a concept of nation, the nation is the nation of the people. And that is what Tagore said. Humanity is divinity. Humanity is divinity, and he wrote a book called The Religion of Man. On the basis of the line from Bengal poet, Bhakti poet Chandidas, I think some of you might have heard the name Chandidas. What he says, you were talking of man and man and man. What is man? Man is the supreme truth. Oh humanity, listen, man is the supreme truth. Manush, Shavai, Goy, Manush, Kere Bhai. Everybody talks about man. What is man? Shavai Upa, Manush Satya, Tar Upa, there is nothing beyond humanity. Therefore, Tagore professes nationalism in terms of humanity, the religion of humanity. And that he said, universal nationalism, let us embrace the whole country as a whole, irrespective of caste, creed, color, community, and religion, and ethnicity. In Northeast, I am speaking a word of ethnicity. Let us learn each other's language, each other's dialect, each other's ways, beliefs, and all that. So that is Tagore's concept of nation is a spiritual construct, which has nothing to do with politics, power, territorial aggrandizement, cultural imperialism, and bellicose temper. He was against the destructive and imperialistic mindset of the West and always deprecated communalism, regionalism, spiritual sectarian Javanism, and instead emphasized the idea of humanity and freedom in a larger perspective, which is evident from his poem Bharat Tirtha. Look at the title. India is called a spiritual land of pilgrimage. Bharat is Tirtha, and he is converting this word India, Bharat. India is their level. It is not our level. Our level is Bharat. Therefore, Rabindranath Tagore justified in his writing poem Bharat Tirtha, and he transformed Bharat Tirtha into Mahabharata. And in that poem, and then the best poem in Gitanjali in this context is Where the Mind is Without Fear. And write 3-4 lines. Where the mind is without fear, and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Underline this word. Narrow domestic walls, they would walls upon all human beings, all Indians, irrespective of caste, creed, color, and community. Let us transcend these narrow domestic walls. Let us not say, Sari is from Odisha, someone is from Bihar, someone is from Punjab, someone is from Maharashtra. Let us all stand under the platform that we are all sons and daughters of Mother India. This is his output. Where the mind is laid forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. Heaven of freedom, also NASA, is grounded upon in David's word, the vision of freedom. Let all be free. Let all enjoy. This is the extension of the very concept. Let all live in peace. And then let my country awake. This is the fundamental motto of Renasa, that we must awake. And this is what Aurobindo said in his ideology. Let us awake. See, Aurobindo also followed this thing because he was a champion of Vande Mataram, Bankim Chandra Stella. Champion of Vande Mataram. He edited with Journal Vande Mataram and Bhavani. So these are not to be told now. And then I quote one line from Aurobindo who says, who is our actual enemy? Not Britishers. I quote, our actual enemy is not any force exterior to ourselves, but our own crying weaknesses, our cowardice, our selfishness, our hypocrisy, our corpulent sentimentalism, defectivism, unquote. To Aurobindo, India is the ancient mother, should be reborn only when Indians are endowed with enormous energy. Believes in integrated philosophy and yoga. I have no time to go for that. He wants to awaken yourself, never feel weak-minded. This is the right lesson from Bhagavad Gita. And we must develop our enormous energy, strength, courage, and the Bhavani Mandir, from journal you were editing, stands as an ultimate to the colonial power, an ultimatum to the colonial power, which undermines the power of India and the Indians. And it is through the journal Vande Mataram that Aurobindo advocates its four-fold program. These are the last words. First one is resistance. Spirit of resistance, what Edward Said was saying in this. Number two, non-cooperation. Number three, Swadeshi outlook, as emphasized by Bal Gangadhar Tilak. And then finally, national education. Our educational system should be such, is very important, in such a way that starting from Arabian Sea to Arunachal Pradesh and from Himalayas to Karbianglong, education should bind us, integrate us. This is Aurobindo's extension of integrated vision of yoga philosophy. And then, and this integration, what is the integration? Integration should continue in both spheres, psychic and physical existence, and above all, dynamic action and ethical sense. And nationalism, Aurobindo's own lines, I quote, nationalism is not a mere political program. Listen, my dear students. Nationalism is not a mere political program. Nationalism is a religion that has come from God. Nationalism is a creed in which you shall have to live. So it is not to be taken in its political implications. It should be taken in its cultural, in terms of its cultural implications, so that we can go for negotiation. And to remember Chetan Bhagat's novels, Two States, where Ananya, the heroine from this part of India, marries one man from Northern. Very interesting novel. I think that is one of the best novels to integrate India in terms of North and South, in terms of East and West. Let us embrace each other. I will wind up. And here also in Homi Baba, line, nation is the soul and the spirit of people. If you want, I can just quote that line also. Yeah, Renan. And Ernest Renan has translated, and he says, I quote, what is a nation? This is the title. A nation is a soul, a spiritual principle. Two things which in truth are but one constitute the soul or spiritual principle. One lies in the past, our love for the cultural past. Past means our love for the cultural past, our glorious cultural heritage. And one in the present. So there will be negotiation between the past and the present. Let us build up our brilliant past on the basis and the foundation of the long, rich and glorious ancestral heritage, so that the purpose of the very seminar will be fruitful, and the idea of negotiating nationhood and nationalism. With these few words, and students, I thank you all and scholars and generally, and before I leave, I thank my good friend, young and energetic health department and dean of schools in Manonmaniam University for having invited me all the way from Assam, and despite my personal sickness and personal problems. I'm very much thankful to you, Professor Thiruvarur. We are getting every evening and morning. I and Professor Pradhan are working and talking in faith of your university. And I don't know when I will come again, but I wish and bless and the students, and I pray to the Almighty that the university should grow and establish itself in terms of a meaningful mark in the history of Indian academicians and academics. With these few words, I thank you. Thank you all.
Any clarification?
I started to listen from your Raja Mohan Rai study and information. But did you forget to mention any names like did Raja Mohan Rai alone part in his study and
There were not many my own friends. I forgot to mention the name of Ishwartan Vidyashagar also. At his home, he brought his child, widow, as his daughter.
like Philip, because we could see that in recent times more of the seminar, like not seminar, like in the lectures, most of the people try to avoid the British involvement in the Reformation in Bengal and the Indian Renaissance also.
Yeah,
that's why I'm asking.
You are absolutely right, but that is a topic to be taken by history people. Because
I'm talking to because you mentioned Radha Mohan Rai and the.
I'm
to that one part also. That's why I'm asking that question.
Because Radha Raman was a founder of Brahma Samaj and he is called the father of Indian Renaissance. I mentioned him.
Yeah, you mentioned that, sir. But I'm not quite against it.
Yes. So that would be developed by you. You young people, you have to write more and more on historical things now. But I have set the trajectory so as to negotiate the Indian concept of Indian Renaissance in Indian like in English. My primary purpose was to come to poetry.
The more that.
Okay, I think you are satisfied.
Yes, sir. That one more question. Yeah. Because the more most of the background is from Indian writing in English, but that one part is like a reformation. Like Raja Mohan Rai is the father of reformation in India. So in the time there are many reformation like happened in that time with the help of British people and Indian people also. You mentioned that. But sometimes we could good to mention British name also, sir. Like Puducherry in some other name, because they contribute many to Indian society.
Yeah, I told you about the translators. No, most of them are Britishers. No, I was talking about Charles Wilkins. Charles Wilkins is
Yes, sir.
Charles Wilkins, W.H. Wilson, and this he honorable, and your Sir William Jones. These are all Wilkins. Yeah. These are the names they are working. They are not Indians.
It could mention with Raja Mohan Rai with William Perry. That's what I'm asking. I'm taking
I
that.
tried to ask him, but I have answered also. Not because there was original Renaissance translation. That they have provided us the belief that we should translate our original novels into English. That was done, and Manonmaniam was translated. Many novels in South have been translated, as Professor was saying. So translation is the powerful medium to bind this country from east to west and from north to south. That was done. First, it was done in 19th century. 19th century is essentially a century of translation. Translation of ancient Sanskrit text, Buddhist text.
You also mentioned about Sadi and widow marriage and that part also. But and that part also you mentioned like the Raja Mohan Rai alone fought against that. So like this you mentioned that Raja Mohan Rai fought alone against Sadi. But
No,
but not that.
I tell you, my point was to start with Raja Mohan Rai as the father of Indian Renaissance, then to take it in terms of a trajectory, it's a methodology now. In terms of a trajectory to situate them in the poetry.
Sir, I took it from a reformation background, not a
Sure, sir. We'll discuss over our lunch.
Okay, sir, we will discuss.